Welcome to this explainer. You know, the world of software development is just relentless. It's this incredibly fast-paced environment that's literally constantly evolving. And the programming languages we use, well, they've got to adapt quickly to keep up with the massive, ever-changing demands of modern applications. If a language can't keep up, it gets left in the dust. But today, we're diving into a language that didn't just keep up with the times. It completely revolutionized the entire development space. So what exactly powers today's modern Android apps? Historically, the mobile coding world was, quite frankly, filled with headaches. We're talking about mountains of legacy code, endless boilerplate typing, and those constant, unpredictable runtime bugs that drive developers crazy. But a modern hero technology swooped in to solve these historical headaches. And that hero? That's Kotlin. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll look at 1. What is Kotlin? 2. Why developers love Kotlin. 3. Key features unlocked. 4. Beyond just Android apps. 5. The pros and cons. And finally, 6. The future of Kotlin. Don't worry, we're going to break all this complex evolution down into manageable, jargon-free pieces. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. What is Kotlin? By definition, Kotlin is a statically typed, open-source programming language that runs on the Java Virtual Machine, or JVM for short. But that last part, running on the JVM, is absolutely its true secret weapon. See, Kotlin was designed from the very beginning to act as a peacemaker. It features seamless interoperability with Java. It essentially acts as a bridge, meaning developers didn't have to just throw away all their existing Java code or tear down their entire infrastructure to use it. Organizations could adopt Kotlin gradually, right side by side with Java. It made the whole migration process entirely practical and, crucially, cost-effective. And Kotlin's rise to dominance was remarkably fast. Back in 2011, it was introduced by JetBrains mainly to address the daily frustrations developers were experiencing with Java. But the landscape truly, permanently shifted in 2017. Google took the stage and announced official Android support for Kotlin. This was a massive, watershed moment. I mean, this official backing just skyrocketed its adoption across the industry. And today, for sure, it is the absolute preferred language for building modern Android applications worldwide. Moving right along. Section 2. Why developers love Kotlin. It really is a classic David versus Goliath story here. On one hand, you have traditional Java, which came with heavy boilerplate code and those frequent runtime bugs we talked about. And on the other hand, Kotlin swooped in with a concise, highly readable syntax and built-in null safety. This drastically improved daily productivity and long-term maintainability. I mean, developers can write cleaner code with far fewer lines. That's an immediate, massive win for literally any engineering team. Section 3, Key Features Unlocked. Let's translate what these technical superpowers actually mean for developers' day-to-day life. Let's start with the big one, null safety. If you have ever written a line of code, you know null pointer exceptions are the dreaded, absolute nemesis of developers everywhere. They are the worst. But Kotlin acts as a primary bug killer. It uses its built-in type system to prevent these exceptions during the compilation phase, basically catching them before the software ever even runs. But the superpowers definitely don't stop there. We've got data classes for simple object creation, extension functions to easily enhance existing code functionality, coroutines for smooth asynchronous programming, smart typecasting, and lambda expressions to fully support functional programming. Okay, that's a lot of technical terms, but ultimately, having tools like coroutines and smartcasts means you're building complex apps much faster, much more efficiently, and with a significantly lower risk of errors. And this brilliantly illustrates our next point, Section 4, Beyond Just Android Apps. Because Kotlin isn't just for Android apps, it actually spans across entire digital ecosystems. Yes, it's the primary language for Android, but look at backend development. Frameworks like Ktor and Spring Boot use Kotlin to create scalable, highly secure server-side applications. On the web, developers use Kotlin/JS to compile their code directly into JavaScript for interactive sites. For cross-platform needs, Kotlin Multiplatform lets teams share their business logic across Android, iOS, desktop, and web, which drastically cuts down development time and costs. And even in the complex, emerging world of data science and machine learning, Kotlin is providing brand new libraries and tools. But let's ground this a bit. Section 5. The pros and cons. We have to objectively balance the argument here, right? Look, the pros are fantastic. There is incredibly high demand for Kotlin skills in the job market, the transition for existing Java developers is remarkably easy, and it brings modern programming paradigms that dramatically improve code quality. However, it's not perfect. Kotlin still has a smaller ecosystem compared to Java's massive decades-old footprint. There is a learning curve, particularly for developers stepping into these modern concepts for the very first time. Plus, compilation speeds can vary when you're working on really, really large projects. So while the safety and productivity benefits are undeniably huge, new adopters will undoubtedly face a bit of a learning curve. So the crucial point is Section 6, the future of Kotlin. Kotlin's trajectory is crystal clear. It continues to enjoy unwavering backing from heavy hitters like JetBrains and Google. It's rapidly expanding its role as businesses increasingly adopt mobile-first strategies. We are seeing significant growth in the use of Kotlin multiplatform, and its position is only getting stronger in versatile server-side development. The main takeaway here is pretty simple. Whether you are a complete novice just beginning your coding journey or a seasoned pro looking to expand your toolkit, learning Kotlin is a highly valuable, future-proofed investment in your software development career. Which brings us to our final provocative thought. Will Kotlin eventually conquer the entire Java ecosystem? I mean, think about it. It started as a bridge, right? Just a way to gently improve upon older methods. But with its unmatched safety features, its multi-platform capabilities, and its massive industry support, it isn't just a bridge anymore. It is actively reshaping the entire digital world. It's a game changer that every developer and tech enthusiast needs to keep their eyes on. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep exploring, and I'll catch you next time.